Let's see. All right, all right, all right. This is the Positive Forces show, always giving you more, sending you positive vibes.
To change your life.
I'm your host, Kimon Hall.
And I'm your co-host, Yola, Yoli.
In the house, guys. How are you? Happy New Year. Happy New Year to
Happy
you.
New Year to you.
Oh my God. Happy New Year, guys, from the Positive Forces show. We hope you are having a fantastic New Year thus far. We are. Can you believe we are already halfway in the year?
And fantabulous New Year.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
I cannot believe it that already Monday is January 20th. Lots of things happening on January 20th.
Yes.
Besides the fact that it's going to be January 20th.
Oh my God. Oh my God. The one.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, how are you, darling?
Happy New Year. Huh?
Happy New Year to you too.
Yay.
All right, guys. We want to say big ups to You Choose Radio Family, Reggae Global, Zion Highness Radio, and Viscosity Blend. Guys, we want to say hi to you. And we hope that you are really, really, really enjoying this time. We know a lot of people have already started with their New Year's resolution. And I think by now, the New Year's resolution were probably undone.
No, not yet.
No?
Yeah, it takes a minute. I saw it on the
I
news.
hope it's not that fast.
When is the
Right. Not that fast.
not that fast?
Mm-mm.
I hope not.
Yeah, no, it's not. I think it's like 2 months in.
Is it that long?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think it's that long.
Say like 30 days, 30 days.
Okay. I like 30 days. 30 days, a month and a half.
Oh gosh, I'm gonna
And
Google
then
it.
people are like, yeah, Google it.
Google
because
it,
there
guys.
is actually a time frame where the New Year's resolution is given up on.
Yep.
Yes.
Mhm.
Especially gym memberships, right?
Which is crazy about gym memberships because lots of times gym memberships are contracts. So, you go sign up for gym membership and then you're stuck with a gym membership and you have given up on your resolution, which is why I think I like the gyms that have multiple stuff. It's not just weights. They have dance and choreographed dance and, straight stuff and, Pilates on Pilates machines and other stuff besides just weights and a treadmill.
And the spa and the sauna and all of that.
All of
Oh, that's a fancy gym. Okay.
Yeah, it's an athletic club. Let's go. Yeah. So
Okay. When does New Year's resolution fail? So let's see who's right.
okay,
Within a few weeks or months. That's because people may set unrealistic goals, lack motivation, or encounter problems with their plan. So that means those plans are not really thought through, not and maybe they thought it through, but not really executed effectively enough, or maybe they didn't set the parameters needed to be able to do it, so it just falls through.
or they were just too lofty.
Yeah, maybe that's
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just too big.
Mm.
Instead of doing like small pieces of the really big resolution, you just went all out, something huge.
Yep.
That's
We're
like
doing too much.
too much.
Biting off
Too
more
much.
than you can chew.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
usually what it is.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that might be it. So let's start off with prayer.
Okay. Heavenly Father, thank you, Lord Jesus, for bringing us into this new year, 2025. Lord, remind us of the things that we learned last year that we are not to forget. Lord, continue to walk with us, guide us, Lord. Continue to guide our steps. Continue to remind us that you're always there for us. Continue to bless us and show us the miracles that you give us every day. I pray that you continue to love us, and I pray that we continue to find a way to be closer to you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Amen. That's good. I like that.
Thank you.
Big up
Amen.
yourself, family. Big up yourself. Oh my God. Let your friends know that the Positive Forces show is on. And we are just delighted to be able to serve you each and every week. Yoli's thought of the year? First thought of
Yes,
the
my
year.
first thought of the year is kind of, I guess, tied to resolutions. I think I've probably done this before for the old listeners during Yoli's Corner, or new listeners, Yoli's Thought. It's about change,
Mm,
that change is inevitable and that we need to learn to change.
mhm,
The fact that the year has gone from 2024 to 2025
mhm,
is change.
mhm,
We're changing, the world is changing.
mhm,
Your circumstance might change, your relationship might change, your work environment might change. You might get a new boss. What we need to learn to do is to push through the change, to get over the other side of the change, to accept change, because sometimes that change is good for you. It's something to change something about you that needs correcting,
mm,
or it might just be you just need to look at things a different way, a new perspective, which is in essence change. So don't be afraid of change. Don't be afraid to stretch yourself, push yourself, pull yourself. Don't be afraid of things changing, and take some time to look back past this past 6 months, and you will see that you have either made changes or your circumstances have changed. Some for good, some for bad, but regardless, it's change, and you have learned something from it. So you always thought for today is just don't be afraid of change. Accept it, embrace it, and learn from it.
mm.
That's it. That's Julie's thought, short and sweet,
All
about
right.
Mhm.
change. I've made some changes,
Mhm,
small changes.
mhm.
It's not really a resolution because I don't do resolutions anymore.
Okay.
Um, but it's an eating change. I
Mm,
decided that I wanted to do a detox for January. Not like what everyone else is doing, which is like, oh, we're gonna have a dry January. No, I'm just detoxing,
me too,
and
actually.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then I decided to do a fast from meat for like a week,
Okay.
and then see how I feel after that. Because I kind of felt like my body wasn't absorbing nutrients, and I think I just needed to focus on gut health and just cleaning out myself so that I can start to get some that good nutrition into my body.
Mm,
So
okay.
that's a change.
Mm,
It's a
okay.
change in eating habits.
Yeah.
A change that's for the better
Mm,
without being restrictive. Because I'm not for diets. I don't think they work, and I
Yeah.
think that they're
no.
restrictive. And
They are.
I prefer what I've said several times in the Positive Forces show, that you should eat in moderation. And
Mhm,
I think that that's kind of difficult for some people, but it's okay to have ice cream. It's okay to have that stuff. It's just not okay to overindulge in those things.
yeah.
That's that.
All right. All right. Amazing. Awesome. There you go.
That's good.
Step change. What about you? Let's go. So let's jump into that. Changes, changes, changes. Do you have any changes for the new year, Dewan?
My changes were mostly to change my thought processes. That's what I've been trying to focus on.
Okay.
Trying to to be more open to other people's way of doing things because I'm pretty stubborn. I'll take that. I guess that's the Capricorn in me. Also trying to be more adventurous just in life, just doing things I wouldn't normally do. I think it
Hmm.
was like the year, I don't know who wrote the book, but it's like the year of yes. Oh, Sandra Ryan, the
No.
year of yes. I haven't read it, but I know the concept of it. But saying yes to things I wouldn't normally say yes to. So that's what I've been committing to. Like the word change is scary for people
Yeah.
because people are comfortable in their current state of being.
Hmm.
So I like the word commitment. Well, that might be a little scary too, but another C word. Um, but yeah, so that's what I've been trying to do. It's like thought process change, shifting the thought process. I think that will help change other things on its own. So that's what I've been doing.
I like
Oh,
it.
I'm
I like
trying
that.
to.
I like that. That's great. I
Mm-hmm.
like it too. I've heard that too. The it's okay to say yes, and there's also like a almost like a movement that's like it's okay to say no that we talk about it. Yeah, like say no or say
Mhm.
yes to certain things, and don't always be that yes person. But in this case, it's don't
Mhm.
always be that no person, but do say yes and accept the challenges. I like that. I like Yola. I've been changing my diet as well, and I want to go back to where I'm eating cleaner. I'm starting to stretch now. I'm not like tricking myself or I'm not gonna play myself and act like I'm ready for this workout. But I am like doing a lot of stretches at the Pilates things, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting into it. So which is good. I'm drinking more water. And so I'm yeah. I don't want to
Yeah. Yeah.
consider it a
Incremental changes. Incremental.
Right.
yeah, I don't want it to be
Increments.
considered as a New Year's resolution, but I guess it could be considered as that. But it's just want to be New Year, new me, New Year, new lifestyle. Yeah. So I'm eating cleaner, guys. Don't offer me no fries or nothing, no pizza. Yeah.
That's a shame.
I'm sure. Like so, guys. If you have, what's a shame?
No pizza.
What? Yeah, because it's so greasy though. Like
Love
even when I'm
pizza.
cooking, I like cook with less oil. I don't even use a lot of oil anymore, and I got to make sure that everything maintain your diet because when you use the air fryer, right? And I did some lamb chops the other day.
Hmm.
Shout out to the lamb chops, and let me tell you, the lamb chops were banging right in the air fryer,
Hmm.
but at the bottom, at the basket, it was so much oil, and I'm
Hmm.
like, people put the lamb chops in their chops of the stove and add oil to that. I'm like,
Hmm.
guys, no, a lot of oil, came off of it, and
Hmm.
I didn't even realize it had so much oil. I know chicken has oil, its own.
It's
Is
the
it oil
fat.
or water or fat? Right? The lamb chops have a lot of fat, guys. So make sure you checking the food that you're eating. Make sure you're nice and healthy, and get yourself healthy if you're not. That's all. I like that. Hey, so Dewan, did Dewan have to go?
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I'm here.
Hey, Dewan. So, what's the weather like up in Florida, sunny Florida?
You said say that one more time.
So, what's the weather like in sunny Florida?
It's I think what is it like 60 today,
Okay.
but it's not gonna be that for long. We're expecting snow for the first time like ever.
Oh,
I
you
was like,
guys
this would
too?
happen
I
when we
Oh
come
saw
down
my
here.
God.
that.
We're expecting snow maybe Tuesday or Wednesday as well.
Yeah, it's supposed to. We'll see though. I don't know. I don't
Okay.
Me
think they
neither.
understand what snow means out here.
No, no,
Mm.
I don't think so.
Come on, come on.
All
That's
right.
going to be very interesting.
Hey, so
It is. I'm interested to see what happens.
Me too. I'll be watching.
for Atlanta, that's gonna be like almost like a thing that just never happens. We'll have snow once a year, right?
Uh-uh.
But to have no, we don't have snow twice. If we have snow once,
Yeah,
right?
we'll
But
have
then to
snow
have it
like once every
Maybe
five
like
or
one.
7 years.
right, but then to have it like 2 weeks ago, last week, whenever, and then again this week, like
Yeah, that's
that's
unheard of.
that's unheard of for Atlanta. So we're like taking away the up
I
north.
think it's gonna be the new reality for Georgia though. I think it's gonna snow like once a year.
Wow, you
Thank
think
you.
so? Man,
I
that
I
hope.
think
sucks.
I don't
so.
know if I like that.
No, I don't because we don't know how to. We're not equipped for that. We don't know how to
No,
handle that.
but I think then we will have to get equipped.
Yeah.
We would have to.
Uh-uh.
Let's just comment. Let's see. Can I see the comment? Why can I like see the comment? I think there's a comment. All right. Hey, Paul, what's going on, sir? How are you? Food is something that, thank you for being with us. A happy new year. Paul says, food is something that is naturally a challenge. You eat what you love with modesty. However, we won't live forever. Enjoy your lives because tomorrow is not promised. Ah, that is true.
That's
No,
true.
well, we'll be there most frequent live with it, live with it. No, what? No, Paul, no. I do not want a lot of. That's why I love New York. Okay, I do not want a lot of snow. That's my friend out in New York. Shout out to you, Bobby. Love, love, love you. Yeah, but it's true. What do you think about his comment about you only have one life to live? Enjoy your foods.
Eat in moderation.
Hmm.
That's exactly what I think about that.
That's what
I
he
don't
said.
have a problem with eating a pint of ice cream. I just don't do it every night or
Right,
every
right,
Right.
weekend.
right.
Or yeah, I don't do it every night. I don't do it every weekend, but I
Mhm.
get to enjoy my Ben and Jerry's ice cream. I do. By
Mhm.
the pint.
Mhm.
I just don't do it very often.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. That's
And I
good.
think you should think of it that way with everything that you eat. And like Kimon said, eating clean, try to eat more whole foods. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. A lot of our foods are processed. This
Mhm.
week alone, it's on the news that I guess the FDA has banned red number 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so there's
Oh.
lots of stuff that's in our food that the FDA says,
That's not.
it's negligible, so it's
Mhm.
okay.
Mhm.
But I think what's missed is that here we kind of overindulge in food.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah.
We
That's why I hope
We
overindulge
beef
in
do.
is so
certain parts
high.
of food. Yeah, we
Mhm.
overindulge. So,
Mhm.
them thinking something is negligible is because they're not expecting us to overindulge in said food. Right.
Mm.
But as far as enjoying your food, I love all sorts of food. I love food. I am a foodie. I love to cook and I love to eat good tasting food. I just
Mm.
don't I just do all of it in moderation. So I can still eat food and enjoy
Mhm.
it.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That makes
You
sense though.
Yeah, just don't do it too much.
Mhm.
Eat to live, not live to eat.
Right.
My dad used to say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's
True.
what I think about that.
True.
Thanks for your comment, Paul.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So what do you think, therapist? The one Bland is our therapist. What do you think? Like, why is it that you think that people typically just eat their troubles away, maybe, or eat just consume so much? And
I think. Oh, there's another part to the question.
no, 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 go
I have
ahead.
a thought on that too.
No, I was just gonna say like America is culturally land up over. We do everything big. You know we just do everything over. It's over a nation of overconsumption. So that's what America is. What it's known for. We do it with food. We do it with money. With about just about everything. So I think American culture is just compromise of overconsumption. So there goes the food.
Mm,
So a lot of it is like people emotionally eat. A lot of times emotions are tied to food.
mhm,
We eat food when we're around friends, around family, around the holidays,
mhm.
barbecues. Like it's also centered. American culture is also centered around food a lot too, right? So I think that's two parts of it. And then lastly, it's just good. It's overprocessed. It's addictive. So it's really
Yeah.
hard to not. If you do, you think you could just eat one chip, Lay's chip? Probably not. You're gonna eat a handful or 4 or 5 handfuls because it's been processed to be that way. So I think America is just rooted in overconsumption, and then that's why we do it. But even when I was in Mexico, I ate and drank and ate and drank. I lost weight, and then when I came back, I gained it back. So just goes to show you like your little things like it's in the food too. So
Mm,
Yep,
it's a lot.
I've heard of
Mhm.
that too, going out of the country
Mhm.
and where people eat differently and
Mhm.
you lose weight or you stay the same weight and then
Yep.
when you come back home, you gain it back or more
mm,
because there's stuff in our food additives that makes it addictive.
mhm.
And that's the whole point of trying to eat more whole foods and eat more clean and not processed. And the reason that is because like Dewan said, it's overconsumption.
Mhm.
Our country is a country of abundance.
Yeah.
We over
Mhm.
process, we over consume. It's abundant, it's readily available.
Mhm.
We eat it, we consume it.
What if there are like 10, 20, 50,000 McDonald's? Probably more than that in America. Like,
Mhm.
that's too much.
Yeah, and then we throw away a lot of it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, I mean, lots of food gets thrown out.
Okay.
Food
Well,
waste.
unfortunately, that's it. Unfortunately, that's bad.
Uh-huh.
It's bad. It's bad. Because I can get on that soapbox because all that food that gets lost and wasted, that's thrown away. There's so much homeless people that could benefit from it, but they just can't give it to them because of
Regulations and rules and being afraid to
yeah.
be sued.
So that
So
mm, that's a pet peeve of mine. That's something that I wish could be different, but it's not. Yeah. Anyway, is there a New Year word that you have, like a word for
like
your
Wordle?
year?
No,
You don't have a word for the year,
I've never done
or a
that.
mantra that you're gonna live by for the
No,
year?
I've
No,
never done that. I'm very much
you did a word, or you had a word for the year 2 years ago.
I did.
Because I know I had one.
I don't remember that.
Mine was like intentional, and you had one
Oh yeah, we
too.
did do
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. I had a word for the year.
Wow. Yeah.
Duan, do you
Don't
have
have one.
a word for the year for 2025?
Oh, I never heard of this, but I like it. So you have a word that you use for the whole year or something? Like, what is, I don't never said it.
Okay, so yeah, it's a word that people decide that they're going to zoom in on. Mine is focus, actually, focus on, and that you're just gonna. Oh, we lost her.
Yeah.
Is that her?
No. She'll
Okay.
come back.
So it's a word that you get it. Yeah. Duan?
Hey.
Yeah, so it's a word that people typically decide that they're gonna focus on, and they're
Oh,
saying
like an
that's gonna
intent.
be my
Okay.
word for the year, and that's gonna help me.
Okay.
Yeah, so it could be a word or a mantra. People that decide that they're gonna kind of help to propel their year.
Yes, you're right.
Oh,
I
okay.
did have one 2 years ago because I had done this vision board exercise with this program I was in, and we had to pick like 2 or 3 words for our words. But yeah, I forgot about that. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
Yes, Dewan. So do you have a word?
I think mine would be, like I said, I guess it would be shifting. So
Mm,
that could be shifting perception, shifting your thoughts, shifting your eating. So I guess that would be my word.
shift. I like that.
I do too. That's
Shift.
nice.
Shift is cool. That's nice. Oh, guys. So if you have a word for the year, a word that you're looking at, and you're like, this is going to be my word that I'm going to zoom in and focus on, share it with us. You could give us a call. I'm going to post our number 404 911.
Put it in the chat too. I'd be interested in what people's words are.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in the chat, guys.
Yeah.
404 916 5138. 404 916 5138. Let us know. Fuego Osiris. Big up yourself, sir. How are you? He said, bless up, ladies. Bless up yourself. What's your word for the year? Oh, Osiris says his word for the year is manifest.
Manifest.
Oh, I love it.
That's a nice
Woo!
word.
I
I
love
like
that.
it.
I like that. All right, Osiris.
I think I want my mantra to be faith over fear.
Faith over
Ooh, that's
fear.
a good one.
Mm-hmm.
FOF. I
It's
love
on
it.
my shirt. Look at the back.
And it says, faith over fear, the Lord is on my side. I will not fear. What can man do to me? That's the scripture.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Psalms. See it?
Psalms
Ooh, right.
118, verses 8, verses 6. I like it. Good. All right, good.
Mm-hmm.
Manifest. That's what's up. Thank you. If you got one, guys, give us a call 404 916 5138 and let us know. Mine is going to be focused, guys. Mine is focused. All right, so we're going to be talking about today trust, cultivating trust in a relationship, because we know that we just jump into our relationship segment, guys, and we want to make sure that what we share, we have a therapist on, so you can always ask the therapist, Duan, whatever it is that you would probably be struggling with, or maybe your friend has a question that you would like. So we have a live therapist on the phone. So chime in. So cultivating trust in relationships, and we know that relationships are hard, right? Relationships are hard and they're intentional, and you have to be able to zone in and decide that this is something that you want. If not, you're not going to be able to do it because they take work. Ben, how you doing, sir? Happy New Year to you. Thanks for being with us here on the Positive Forces Show. We're talking about how to cultivate trust. So we know that first one would be to definitely be honest, right? To be honest and transparent with the person that you are in relationship with, and just being open and making sure that you don't hide. But in a relationship, how much stuff, and I think we kind of hit on this before,
We have several times.
not hiding something. How is it, when is it that you tell, can you tell too much too fast, and can you tell too little and the person just needs more, and you're just like, wait, hey, it's just too much right now, I'm going to wait before we share what we share.
The first one, the answer is yes for me. You can tell somebody stuff too soon. I think that for some people that's a strategy,
Hmm.
but yeah, there can be a too soon that you share something or share yourself or things you've been through with somebody. The second one, I don't quite understand.
Okay, well, let's go back to the first one. Too soon.
Hmm.
And you said it might be a strategy that
Hmm.
someone uses to tell somebody how they feel
Not how
up
they feel, but the
up
things
front.
they've been through up front. Yeah.
Yeah, too soon. So what do you think, Duan? Is there a too soon?
Yes, you can. A lot of people, some people are just um, numbers, and they just want to jump on people emotionally as soon as they meet them because they feel like they are safe. But I think a lot of this can be detrimental to a relationship, especially if somebody's not equipped to deal with some of the stuff that people do jump on them. So I think what people should start doing or try to do is do many acts of confiding. So maybe confide in that person something small or something not as traumatic to see if the person is able to handle it and what their capabilities are. Because not everybody has the capacity to deal with a lot of truth, a lot of openness and emotional honest right off the bat. So I think it's taking your time, getting to know the person, what their capabilities are, if they can or cannot handle it, and then go from there. Because I think I like this person, they seem cool, or you just automatically fall in love and you want to show them that you trust them and you just throwing all of your stuff at them, like everything and the kitchen sink. And I think that's a lot for anybody. So I think small doses is what's best right off the bat.
Hmm. Okay. What you think?
Small doses of sharing things about yourself. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I think that's a good strategy too. Sharing small doses. I mean, I think it also depends on, the conversation you're having. What's it about? Should I share this now? But the main thing is not to share everything about you like really, really soon. Yeah.
Mm. Because the person could say that you're in a relationship could say, well, you didn't tell me this before, and now that we're engaged, and this is a lot for me to handle, and I don't think this is something I want to deal with in your this trauma or this thing that you've done or this thing that you've dealt with in your life. I don't think that's something that I want to deal with.
I think that if you're about to be engaged and now you still have to tell your partner something that, is a make or break or a deal breaker, whatever phrase you want to make, then you shouldn't be engaged, because I'm thinking there's this time when you would be getting to know each other and knowing all of these things about each other. And even the conversation of, some people are like, I don't want to know what happened in your past.
Hmm.
This is not you now.
Hmm.
This is who you are. This is who you are at this time. This is who I am. I don't want to know about your past. Or the people that want to know everything about your past. Well, you
Yeah.
need to tell them that, but not like everything, just everything under the sun, like really early. But definitely not when you're already engaged. If somebody was like, "Hey, I want to marry you," and got down on one knee, and you had some huge thing that you didn't tell them, then that means throughout that getting to know each other from first initial made up to engagement, you have not been honest about whatever that is. I mean, that's
Mm,
something that you yourself have to know if they're going to be able to handle it or not.
mm, mm. Is it okay? All right. See, then you have to think about is everything shareable? Should you share everything with your spouse, even or even prior to being married? Is there something that in your life you should just say, "Hey, it's done. It's over. It's in my past. I buried it. It's now. It's in the ground and it's done." Or is that fair to like not share it, or should it still be shared? Especially if it's something that could.
Yeah, I think it should be shared. I think there's a lot, like we always talk about going to therapy, getting healed, working on ourselves for against relationships. So all that, if all of that is done, yes, I think you should share stuff, but coming from a place of that you've already healed, like it's not still an emotional setback for you. So I think yes, you should share, even if you feel like you, it's over and done with. Then it shouldn't be detrimental to share it again. Like it shouldn't reopen the wounds or the rawness back. So yes, I think you should share, but share from a place of healing and have healed and let them know how you overcame it and kind of what you learned from it. So I think a lot of it is being open. Yeah. If you're holding back in the relationship, then you don't feel safe. So I think that would be another issue altogether.
Mm, okay. All right. Ben says that isn't hard. For example, you start by meeting.
You want me to read it?
Yeah, why not?
That isn't hard. For example, you start by meeting for rum raisin Haagen Dazs. It it takes trust that we won't show up with Bluebell instead.
Certainly an inside joke, right?
Yes, that's definitely an inside joke, listeners, for Kimmy Kim.
Yeah, yeah. Very good, Ben. Very good. All right. Oh boy. All right. Well, yeah, totally, totally. So trust is very important, and transparency, and that's something that everybody should work on.
I think a good way to cultivate trust in a relationship is by having the ability to say that you're going to do this and
Hmm.
actually do it.
Hmm.
So there's an action
Uh-huh.
behind that thought or whatever it is that you said you were going to do. That's consistently doing what you say you were going to do. I think is a good way of cultivating trust in a relationship. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep,
Okay.
It's
I
almost
agree.
like always showing up when you're supposed to
Mm,
Uh-huh.
okay.
in a relationship. It builds trust. It makes you feel like, you know what? I know I can trust that person because I
Hmm.
know that person is going to show up for me.
Right.
I
Right.
know that that person said, I'm going to do A, and A was done.
Hmm.
And it's
Uh-huh.
repeatedly done that way. It's a consistent,
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Another comment. Ben says you're not getting. Go ahead.
You're not getting with someone for their past. It's about focusing and starting on your future. We stay trapped in the past. Good
Hmm.
point. Some people do stay trapped in the past.
Yeah.
Some people like to know everything about your past for whatever reason. And other people are like I said before, that's your past. It's not where we are now.
Right. Leave
Let's
it
just
alone.
focus on moving forward. And then, unfortunately, like Kimon said, some people that say that, if they do happen to find out something that you did in your past, it might be a breaking point.
Hmm.
But I'm hoping that if you're in the stage of like Kimon's example, which was being engaged, that it's something that you can
Or from.
it's something that you can get over with therapy or whatever you need to get over it because you're married and or you're about to be married, and it is a partnership.
Mhm.
You know.
Okay. Yeah, transparency and that so yeah, it's a big thing and it should be a big thing and it should be done. Just try to be honest as much as you can. I think that's what it is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. And you mentioned about following through. You mentioned about commitment, and that's also a big thing with cultivating trust, making sure that you follow through with your commitment. And
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people can make these open promises or broken promises or
Unfulfilled
put you
promises.
on a wheel
Oh yeah.
this and it never happens versus not consistent, never does what they said they're gonna
I'm a
do.
hamster.
A little hamster, not squirrel, right? A little hamster. I was like, yeah, I saw the little feet, couldn't remember the thing. Right. So, do what you say you're gonna do. Hold yourself to that. And then, yeah, I think that will make a relationship more prosperous. Cultivating that trust that's needed. Just do what you say you're gonna do. Right?
Yes,
Yeah.
agreed.
Yeah. Yeah. People will promise
Yep.
to say that they're gonna do things and they can't make it. So don't use definitive words in your comments or your responses or your promises if you can't do it. Say you will try. It's good to say that this is the hope, this is the desire. But when you make a definitive promise, a commitment to do something, and you can't get it done, then it can cause a problem. And if you do foresee a problem with you following through with your commitment, indicate that to your spouse or in your relationship and say, I see, and don't just like not talk about it, put it under the carpet, but actually go back on there and say, hey, I've been trying to get this done for us or for you, and it's not working. And that also shows that you're still committed. And that reminds your person that, hey, you actually thought about me enough to try. And I'm glad you tried. It didn't happen. Glad you tried. We can do something else. No big deal. But don't
Yeah.
just like make these promises and keep building on promises and build a person's emotions up and don't follow through.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Most people are happy with the effort. Like, A for effort. Like, people are happy with the effort. So don't just let it only be effort. Actually come through. Everyone come through, but just showing the effort or knowing that you tried is enough for most people.
Hmm.
Agreed.
Yeah. Ben says, I don't mind sharing my past, just know it doesn't define me. So don't judge me on a time. Don't judge me on a time in my life when I did not know you. I think that's good too. Good
Yeah,
points,
I like that.
Ben.
Very good
Yeah.
point, Ben. Very good
Mhm.
point.
Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm.
It kind of relates to my thought about change because we're changing and evolving. So
Yeah.
something you did in your past, it's not something that you do in your present time. So
Mhm.
why judge me about it? Maybe I
Yeah.
was young and stupid. Maybe I was naive.
Right.
Maybe I was just,
Mhm.
yeah,
Mhm.
change to grow.
Influenced by others. Could be
Yes, a bunch of
anything.
stuff. Could be
Mhm.
anything.
Yeah. Lisa, good evening to you. Happy New Year to you too. How are you, Lisa? Hope you're doing well. We're talking about cultivating trust in a relationship. Guys, welcome to the Positive Forces Show. And we're on live each and every Saturday from 4 to 5 p.m. and on Sundays from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. So, yeah.
I'm thinking that I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that sharing is a way of cultivating trust in a relationship? Like sharing, not like I'm going to give you my Cadbury's Caramello, but sharing like sharing information, the same information about your past, present, future, how you feel, whatever. Sharing in that sense, sharing emotional things, trust, feelings about you, like your ability to share something about yourself with your partner. If that is a way of cultivating trust, because I think that if I share something with you that is important to me, or um, defines me, or has hurt me, or is positive for me, that I'm trusting you with that information, and you in turn don't interpret that in a way that you're using it against me or judging me, or whatever, then I can trust that I can share things about myself with you. So that, I think, is a way of establishing trust, being able to share things with each other in that sense. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think it's good, but I think that you do when you become vulnerable enough and transparent enough to share who things that you've done or what's important to you, and that person uses it against you, that's a
Right.
flag. That's a red flag, because and then it's like, you tell this person, they use it against you, then say you break up, and then you tell the next person, and they use it against you, and then they break up, even though it's supposed to be, hey, I want to be transparent and I want to be loved by you. But when I tell you, that thing, and you use it against me, then then it makes you not want to share. And then it's
Right.
like, do you is that something that needs to be shared? If it's something that doesn't need to be shared, something that doesn't need to be shared, something I shared something with my partner and it didn't work out right, and the response was bad. I mean, you can, I don't know, I would be not wanting to share it with the next person.
Exactly my point.
Yeah,
That
I
I
probably
think
wouldn't.
that's a way of cultivating trust,
Yeah.
by being able to share things with your person, and
Mhm.
it be received well, but
Hmm.
also, um, yeah, it be received well,
Hmm.
and you not be judged, or it be used against another argument.
Mm,
Right.
I can trust you with this stuff that I'm telling you about myself, and vice versa,
I like
because
Lisa's.
I can see the outcome. I can see
Yeah.
you not sharing it with somebody else. I could see you not using it against me. I can see
Hmm.
you not, using it as leverage to get your way.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I know
But
the
I think
one.
that's the risk you take when you're in a relationship. You risk the chance of that happening. You risk the chance of that it will happen. So I think a lot of people don't want to be vulnerable anymore because they don't want to run the risk. But that is the risk of being in a relationship. That is the risk of being in love. That is the risk of sharing your feelings and thoughts with anybody. It doesn't just have to be a romantic partner. That's with a friend, with a family member, with a sibling. So I think a lot of that is just a risk you run into when being in any type of relationship, and you come to the point where you feel comfortable or vulnerable enough to share your feelings, your thoughts and feelings with people. So
Mm.
it's just the risk of it, fortunately.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's it.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
reality.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Dewan. I know you have to go. You're at your destination. So we love you, and we always love when you share with us. And I know that
Oh yes.
we'll see you next week.
Oh yes.
All right.
Hopefully on the screen. Okay.
Yeah, hopefully on screen. Thanks for taking the time to be with
Yep.
us.
Of course. Of
We love
course. I love
you.
being on here. I love positive forces. So I'll see you guys next week.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
All
Fantabulous
right.
therapist. Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. All right. All right. So Lisa says, don't share too much too soon. And I like this part. Not everyone deserves to know all your secrets. I like that. I like that. I think so too. I think so too. Mm.
Hmm.
Ben says, sure, it is. However, as long as the person you are sharing with doesn't weaponize that information to use against you. But then my thing, Ben, is you never know until you share. You never know if that person's going to weaponize you. So, and then you have to make the decision, and you both have to make the decision. Are we going to stay? But
Mm-hmm.
if someone shares something with you that's personal and intimate, and like Lisa said, a secret, and then they get weaponized on it, that person didn't deserve that person didn't deserve it,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes you feel like you'll never want to share anything else in the future.
You won't.
You won't want to. No,
You
even if it's
won't.
about their relationship,
Yeah, you
something
won't.
current or something, happening in their life, you're going to think twice. And you've already, when you weaponize someone, you taint the relationship. You've tainted it. And yeah. Then what do you have? Well, now you're building something, a relationship that's not full of trust. So those are great. Those are great point. All right. How about, got anything on that?
Mm-mm, no.
Okay. Hmm. Being empathetic, cultivating a trust in a relationship, and being empathetic with that person. So that also goes into the not weaponizing that person and
Mm-hmm.
saying, okay, hmm, I understand what you're saying to me. I hear what you're saying to me. I'm glad that you told me what you're telling me, and now you put that yourself in that person's space and just try to be there, to understand, and to be able to see if they probably need a shoulder, or they maybe need to talk about it a little bit more, or if they're over it, then they're over it. But you understand the situation at that point that they had in their life, whenever that was, and move on. Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hmm. All right, so let's see another comment. Nope, not yet. All right, well, it was good. So trust, though, trust is very, very, very necessary in a relationship. So modeling trustworthiness, how about that? If you model trustworthiness, you are trustworthy. Now you have to make sure that that person you're in your relationship is showing you that they're trustworthy by telling you the things that they want you to know, and probably that your secret that nobody else knows. Or they want you to, if you say something like a positive, think that this is what I like in relationships, and then you do it. That would be modeling it, right? I'm telling you something that's I'm vulnerable with or about, with that, is it with or about?
Uh,
Something
Either.
that, either one, right? And so by me showing you, by me telling you these things that have occurred in my life, or that I'm going through now, that's me modeling, saying, hey, I trust you, and now let this reciprocity begin. Because if I can tell you things, that means I'm very open to you. I'm vulnerable to you. So I'd like you to be able to do that in your own time, as a matter of fact, because you can't let anybody tell you when is the right time. You have to be comfortable within yourself and within the relationship to be able to expose the things that are tender to you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa said, forget what they say. Trust and loyalty are action. I have to see your trust exhibited by your actions.
Yeah,
There
I
you
was
go.
gonna say that the
There you go.
modeling trust is
Hmm.
showing that you can be trusted,
Hmm.
that you are trustworthy, and that to show that would be action items.
Hmm.
You
So
know, is
that's
my
it.
if I tell you this is I go to somebody else that we know that the person's gonna come and talk to me about it because people like to talk. Yeah.
No. Hmm.
Or are you
Hmm.
gonna keep it to yourself?
To yourself. Yeah.
If we're like having conversations with other people and you like throw that at me that I told you this about something, then I can't trust you.
No. Mm-mm. That would be the last thing you hear.
Yeah.
Once bitten, twice shy. Is that a thing that we should say? Multiple times. That's what
Uh-huh.
that basically means. But I think that you have to be, you just know who you're trusting. Know who it is that you're communicating with. Know that person, because if you don't and you tell some things that you're not supposed to tell, hey, I, I have this thing where if I can't put it on a billboard, I'm not telling anybody.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Someone in confidence, I would be ready to be on a billboard, because if not, I'm not sharing it.
Mm,
Yeah.
interesting.
Because there's a saying that my mom always, shout out to my mother Veronica, um uh, she always says, like, what is that, this is a little saying that, when your friends, I'm going to paraphrase it, and it's not even going to be what she says, but when your friends today, and then your enemies tomorrow, out your secrets go, or something like that. There's this thing where you're when you're friends, you're ride and die, the secrets here. But then when we're no longer friends, then all of a sudden you start telling people, oh yeah, she said this to me before, and she told me this, and then it's all gone. Your secret's all gone. So if it can't be on a billboard, I'm not saying it. Yeah, I have to be able to be confident and ready. Once I make that statement out to anybody, I have to be confident and ready that I am prepared to hear it from anywhere
No
else.
surprises.
No surprises. Yeah, because if I tell one person something, there's certain things that you just don't share with everyone. Everyone is not a confidant, right?
Yeah,
So,
that's
so
true.
if you share something with someone, even in your relationship, because you want to share something with somebody that you know that even if you break up, they're able to maintain that. But you can't you can't make them not say anything.
Well, there's no way you can really know that. I don't think so. I mean, it's risky. It's a risk that you
Yeah,
take.
everything you say is a risk. So you have to, everybody wants transparency, yes, but you have to be ready. Once you say something out, be ready for any kind of backlash.
I think that also means that if you're going to be sharing with somebody these intimate details about yourself, let's say they're intimate details, secrets, whatever, um, it has to be somebody that both of your intentions are the same. Let's call it that. So I
Mhm.
don't know what else to call it.
Mhm.
Not like this is somebody that you were intention to be engaged to or married to.
Mhm. Yeah, but
Not just anybody.
right. But then marriages get called off. Not marriages. Engagements get called off.
Yeah, they
Married people
do.
get divorced, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So,
And you hope they don't tell your secrets, but
right. I've spoken to someone before, and they said that
if that's the
the
case, then you can't be transparent with anybody then.
yeah.
That's depressing. Especially if you've got it in your head that you want to marry your best friend. That's
Oh wow.
depressing.
See, see, and that's why I think that so many people struggle with talking about the deeper things in them. Now, if they go to therapy and everything is fine and they don't care whoever knows it, then okay, then it's not a big issue. There's no elephants in the closet or anything, right?
Yeah, you know what? I don't know, but I am not one to be telling people's secrets.
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Me
think there's
neither.
some people are just not that way inclined,
Right.
especially if I know for sure that it's something that's going to embarrass you.
Hmm.
If I know for sure that it's something that you told me to keep in confidence, why am I telling anybody? Even if we've broken up,
Right.
why am I
Hmm.
doing that? That just, to me, should make you feel guilty.
And some people don't.
And some people
That's the
just
truth
don't.
of the reality. Some people don't care.
Yeah.
Like, well, okay, well, when hurting people hurt,
Mm-hmm.
right? So anybody that's hurting
It's
because
true.
of somebody that caused the hurt to them, and it could be something something totally different. But because they know that this person hurt them, they want to hurt that person back. They're gonna tell somebody else something that they shouldn't have, and just so that when that person hears it, it could feel like venom.
The moral of the story is don't do anything.
Lisa says, even therapists have limits. If you disclose certain information, they have an obligation to report it, especially crimes and abuse. Yes, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that whatever secrets you're telling this person, um, that it's not crime or abuse.
Yeah. Whew.
You know, like
Yeah.
I robbed the bank.
And no
This
one
is why I'm
knows.
rich.
And it's
I hid the money. I hid the money in Central Park
oh my god. Under the large tree.
under the large tree marked with the circle.
Mm. All
Yes.
right. Well, well, that's it about trust.
I liked it.
Cultivated.
Okay.
Yeah.
My final thought is going to be about change again, like what Yoli's thought was.
Hmm.
Let's be open to embracing change.
Hmm.
We are in a new year, so letting go of, I'm not going to say good or bad, just habits
Yeah.
that we had
Hmm.
from 2024 and making a change for 2025. Don't bite off too much than you can chew, and be open to the change that happens around you. Be
Hmm.
open to a change in status of your relationship. Be open to a change of your boss, getting a new boss. Be open to new friends, be
Hmm.
open to change. Learn to embrace it
Hmm.
and to not try to stop it or eliminate it. Be willing to accept it and embrace it because lots of times that change is something that is to make you a better person.
Yeah.
Sometimes that change is something that you need that you might not realize you need, but 6 months later you will, and realize that who you are today is not the same person you were 6 months ago, because we are always changing and evolving and learning more things and changing stuff. So be willing to change.
Mm. That's it in a nutshell. I
Mm.
ain't got nothing to say.
What?
Right on. It's Positive Forces Show, guys. Join us next week live from 4 to 5 p.m. on the Positive Forces Show on youchooseradio.com, Viscosity Blend, Zion Highness Radio, and on Sundays on Reggae Global Radio. Ross Dougal, big up yourself. DJ VJ Smiles, Marlon. Guys, we love you. Take care. Guys, thank you so much for always being with us. We do appreciate you viewing. Like and share the broadcast, and see you then. Take care, guys. Love you.